Hello there, and welcome to Flash Course, where everything happens in a flash.
Today we'll be studying how nationalism in Europe led to the creation of two nations,
Germany and Italy.
Germany. No, Italy and Germany.
No, Germany and Italy.
No, Italy and Germany.
Germany and Italy. During the 1800s, nationalism was one of the most powerful ideas of the time, and its influence spread from the Americas to the Asias. Nationalism was mainly caused from during Napoleon's rule. In resistance to Napoleon, the Spanish felt abused by a foreign conqueror. They sure did feel blown apart under Napoleon Bonaparte.
When nationalism emerged in the 19th century, ethnic problems troubled three different empires: the Austrian, Russian, and Ottoman. In the Austrian Empire, nationalist disputes continued to weaken the empire for more than 40 years. Finally, after World War I, Austria broke into separate nation-states. Like Austria, the Ottoman Empire soon fell apart after World War I as well.
In Russia, a policy called Russification forced Russian culture on all the ethnic groups in the empire, and this actually strengthened nationalist feelings and helped to disunify Russia. Russification sure was rushing to destroy the empire.
And when the last Russian Tsar gave up his power, the Russians sure thought it was bizarre.
Besides lead to the downfall of empires, nationalism also helped to unify nations. In fact, Italy was one of the first territories to form from the territory of crumbling empires.
So, Italian nationalists seek to be unified under the leadership of the largest Italian state, Piedmont Sardinia. Unification didn't seem like a fishy plan after all, because they had Sardinia. So, King Victor Emmanuel II named Camillo di Cavour his prime minister in 1852.
In 1857, he set about gaining control of northern Italy and realized that only France can only drive Austria out of Italy. Therefore, got Napoleon III to help out.
Cavour then provoked the war with the Austrians. With a combined army, they then won two victories for all the territory of northern Italy except for Venetia. In the battles against Austria, they sure were triumphant.
Besides uniting the North, Cavour was also helping nationalist rebels in the South. This group was led by the Red One himself, the Flash.
What? No, it was Giuseppe Garibaldi and his army of red shirts. They were called that because they wore, you guessed it, red shirts into battle. After the Battle of Sicily, the people sure thought it was Sicily to wear brightly colored red shirts. However, Garibaldi was the one who agreed to unite the conquered southern lands under King Victor Emmanuel II. You could say that Emmanuel II was sure Emmanuel on his way to annex Italy.
The final steps of unification took place when Austria's Venetia became part of Italy in 1866, and finally in 1870 when the Papal States were united under Italian forces control.
Italian unification was now complete.
Like Italy, Germany also achieved national unity in the mid-1800s. Prussia was ready to unify all the 39 German states, so there sure were many states to unify.
Bismarck's first step to molding a unified empire was going to war with Denmark. Their victory claimed them two border provinces, Schleswig and Holstein, even though it was a whole tiny amount of land to win. This victory automatically spread nationalism among the Prussians.
Bismarck was also considered a very clever statesman because he purposefully created conflicts with Austria for his benefit. These tensions caused Austria to declare war on Prussia, which became known as not the 7 Days War,
Laura,
not the 7 Years War,
Kenna,
but the 7 Weeks War. Using their superior training and equipment, the Prussians won, winning northern Germany. Humiliated that they lost the region of Venetia, Austrians definitely felt Venetianed.
To create a way to unify the South with everyone else, Bismarck created a false impression that France had insulted the Prussian king.
In 1870, the French army poured into northern France and surrounded the main French force at Sedan. The Parisians withstood the German siege until hunger forced them to surrender. I'm sure after their victory at Sedan, the Prussians felt like dancing, except for Napoleon III, who was taken in as prisoner by Prussia.
The Franco-Prussian War was considered the final stage in German unification, as the Prussian victory convinced the southern Germany to accept Prussian leadership. This sure was rewarding to Bismarck, who had at least achieved German unification.
And finally, on January 18th, 1871, at the Palace of Versailles, King Wilhelm I of Prussia was crowned Kaiser or Emperor of the Second Reich.
Nationalism was in all the end of some nations and the beginning of others.
But what's important is that now Central Europe was united into two major nations, Germany and Italy. What would happen now to the balance of power created at the Congress of Vienna?
With the unification of Germany and Central Europe, was the balance of power doomed?
Find out next time on Flash Course. Wait!
We'd like to thank you for sticking with us through our
Flashy puns
and our even
flashier presenters,
me.
us. See you next time on Flash Course, where everything happens in a flash.